The other day I was running in the neighborhood, and I have a route that I usually take from my home and back. But I'm out of shape, and so I'm thinking I won't be able to run all the way through this route. I will eventually stop and walk. And as I'm running, and I discovered that actually Kansas is not as flat as people say it is, I'm thinking, how about I break the route? Can I run up to that house? Yes, I can. And once I get to the house, can I run up to the other car? Can I run up till the uphill? Can I run till the downhill? And so breaking in steps and being kind of progressive in the way I'm dealing with the whole route, guess what? I was able to run all the way through, and it was great. And I'm saying this because I think it's beautiful to have the same analogy in our spiritual life. We think, well, I need to move from faith to trust to surrender, and then I'm gonna totally give permission to God and to the risen Lord to enter into my life and see His work in me. Yes and no. I think that's the direction, that's the route. We need to take smaller steps. And so the first one is faith. How do I do that with faith? I really like the Catechism, this version, because at the end has definitions of various terms we use. Because sometimes we say, oh, I have a strong faith, I have a weak faith, my faith is shaking. And I think mainly what we refer to with those expressions is the things we believe, the practice of our faith, we say, the Catholic practices of saying our prayers, going to Mass, going to the Sacrament of Reconciliation. All these things are maybe fading away when my faith is weaker, or I'm intensifying those, and so I think my faith is strong. So as we go to the definition that I'm going to read just in part, because actually without the text in front of you, it's not as straightforward. He says, faith is both a gift of God and a human act by which the believer gives personal adherence to God, who invites his response and freely assents to the whole truth that God has revealed. What? Shouldn't be easier? Okay, let's try to break it down. So faith is, first of all, a gift. God gives us faith. And the gift that God gives us is not simply what we need to believe, so the whole truth that has been revealed and the revelation brought to fulfillment in Jesus Christ, so the things, so to speak, that we believe, but it's also something that God has placed in our hearts, a capacity, an ability we have to respond to what is presented to us. To respond not because we are machine, but to respond freely to it. So God gives us the gift, God gives us the things we need to believe on, and God gives us the possibility and ability to respond. That's why we need to pray for faith, because it's a gift and we can have more and more faith. That's why we need to exercise our faith, so risk and try to understand more what we believe, practice more what we believe. And first and foremost, realizing that in this free interaction with God, faith is relational. It's a relationship. It allows us to receive God's gift, give freely of ourselves back to God, and say, I don't only believe in what I know the church tells me to believe, but I believe in you. That's why we need to exercise it. That's why prayer, it's important, because it fosters that relationship, and we are more confident in say, Jesus, I need more faith. Like the man in the gospel, I do believe, but help my unbelief. So this is maybe something that can help us to move forward in the first step and be progressive in our spiritual journey.